Vision. First, the headlines. His Excellency the Foreign Minister and His Excellency the Prime Minister of Malaysia confirm in a telephone call the convergence of the two countries' positions in prioritizing efforts to stop the Israeli-American war on Iran. Iran's Assembly of Experts announces the appointment of Mujtaba Khamenei as the new supreme leader of the Islamic Republic of Iran. And Israeli and American strikes targeted military and security sites in central Iran, and missile attacks hit Israeli cities. 23 people are killed in Israeli raids that targeted several towns in southern Lebanon. And Oman oil price surges to $124.68 US, and Brent crude exceeds $117 for the first time in years. Welcome to our news centre. Those were the headlines, and now for the news in detail. His Excellency Said Badr bin Hamad Al Busaidi, the Foreign Minister, received a telephone call today from His Excellency Anwar Ibrahim, Prime Minister of Malaysia. During the call, the two sides exchanged views regarding the current escalation in the region. Both sides underscored the convergence of their nation's stance on prioritising efforts to seize the Israeli-American military campaign against the Islamic Republic of Iran. They addressed its ramifications, including the targeting of several neighbouring states, alongside the broader implications for supply routes, maritime navigation and the global economy. His Excellency the Malaysian Prime Minister expressed his deep appreciation for the wise policy of His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq and the diplomatic and humanitarian role undertaken by the Sultanate of Oman. He particularly lauded Oman's exceptional mediation efforts in support of regional peace and security. For his part, His Excellency the Foreign Minister reaffirmed the Sultanate of Oman's commitment to its consistent and balanced policy, emphasizing its adherence to prioritizing diplomatic and peaceful solutions above all other considerations. The Gulf Cooperation Council GCC states continue to respond to a series of attacks targeting their territories as Saudi Arabia's Ministry of Defense announced that it had thwarted an attack by 4 drones targeting the Shaiba oil field in the eastern part of the kingdom and destroyed another drone east of Al Jof region, while the UAE Ministry of Defense confirmed that its air defense systems intercepted missiles and drone attacks targeting several locations across the country. Meanwhile, the Kingdom of Bahrain said 32 people were injured in a drone attack on Sitra Island after authorities earlier brought a fire down under control at one of the refineries following a missile strike that caused material damage. Kuwait's Ministry of Defense confirmed its air defenses also dealt with missile and drone attacks. Iran's Assembly of Experts has announced the appointment of Mujtaba Khamenei as the new supreme leader of the Islamic Republic of Iran. He succeeds his father, Ali Khamenei, who was killed 10 days ago in Israeli-American airstrikes. Mujtaba Khamenei is the second son of the former supreme leader and becomes Iran's third supreme leader since the founding of the Islamic Republic in 1979, following Ruhollah Khomeini and Ali Khamenei. According to media reports, he received his religious education in the city of Qum and worked for years within the office of the former supreme leader. Tensions between Iran, Israel and the United States are escalating as the Iranian Revolutionary Guard announced a new wave of missile and drone attacks targeting Israel. The Guard said the strikes are part of what is called the 30th wave of Operation True Promise, using Khorram Shahar 4 missiles and drones. Israeli media reported injuries after a rocket struck the city of Rishon LeZion, south of Tel Aviv, causing damage to several buildings. In Lebanon, 23 people were killed and dozens were injured as a result of Israeli raids that targeted several towns in southern Lebanon, bringing the death toll from Israeli bombing of Lebanon to more than 400 at a time when fears are growing of an escalation in confrontations on the Lebanese-Israeli border. Israel said today it had carried out airstrikes in Lebanon's capital and repeated a warning to residents of Beirut's southern suburbs to evacuate. Hezbollah, meanwhile, said it struck Israeli troops inside Lebanon with anti-tank missiles and that it fired a volley of rockets on the northern Israeli city of Kiryat Shimona in retaliation for Israeli strikes on cities, towns and villages in Lebanon. The official price of Oman oil for May delivery reached $124.68. The price today alone saw an increase of $24.37. It is worth noting that the average monthly price of Oman crude oil for March delivery was $62.17 per barrel, an increase of 8 cents compared to the price of February delivery. Turning to oil news, global crude prices have surged by more than 25% compared to the previous trading session, reaching their highest levels since 2022. Brent crude futures rose by around $25, bringing the price to approximately $117.65 per barrel. Meanwhile, U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude also recorded a sharp increase of more than $25, reaching about $116.62 per barrel, marking its largest single-day rise in years. Analysis attribute to the surge to the repercussions of the Israeli-American war on Iran, as well as decisions by several countries to reduce oil production, raising concerns about global supply. Strengthening economic diplomacy and expanding channels of direct dialogue with diplomatic missions and foreign trade offices and exploring broader avenues for economic and commercial cooperation were highlighted during a diplomatic Ramadan evening. The event was patronized by His Excellency Anwar bin Hilal al-Jabri, Minister of Commerce, Industry and Investment Promotion.
Efforts to expand economic and trade cooperation and explore new investment partnerships were highlighted during a Ramadan evening gathering organized by the Ministry of Commerce, Industry and Investment Promotion in cooperation with the Foreign Ministry. The event forms part of ongoing efforts to strengthen economic diplomacy and enhance direct dialogue with diplomatic missions and foreign commercial offices.
We have a very good relations, we have very ancient friendship. And why? I think it's because we have a similar mindset of development and development strategies. And this produce a lot of opportunities for our two countries.
The gathering also showcased Oman's key investment advantages and opportunities across priority sectors, particularly the digital economy and its growing role in supporting economic transformation and innovation, alongside expanding prospects in the tourism sector.
We are already one of the big investors here. We are one of the top 10 investors. But we see that there is a lot of interest, particularly in the sustainable energy field, and also in logistics and tourism, where we see that there are more companies coming and being interested in investing into Oman.
Officials also highlighted the role of investment promotion platforms and incentive programs designed to facilitate and support the localization of economic projects, reinforcing Oman's position as a stable and open destination for international investment partnerships.
This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's news bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Excellency the Foreign Minister and His Excellency the Prime Minister of Malaysia confirmed in a telephone call the convergence of the two countries' positions in prioritizing efforts to stop the Israeli-American war on Iran. Iran's Assembly of Experts announces the appointment of Mujtaba Khamenei as the new supreme leader of the Islamic Republic of Iran, and Israeli and American strikes targeted military and security sites in central Iran, whereas missile attacks hit Israeli cities. 23 people are killed in Israeli raids that targeted several towns in southern Lebanon. And Oman oil price surged to $124.68 and Brent crude exceeds $117 for the first time in years. With that, we do come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it is good night and stay safe.